You find me on YouTube at wesoped. Right now I'd like to speak about how America seems to be controlled by the entertainment. They're banking, I think, on us to watching those NASCAR races, watching the football games, being concerned with Dancing with the Stars, and we're fascinated also with the gangster stuff, which blows my mind. How we love that those I can't even think of it. I try not to watch it, but I know it's huge. So these things are all used to take us and amuse us and keep us from paying attention to the things that's really making a difference in our world. And the media is so key at doing this, and we have to recognize this and get away from it. It really angers me when I see people that I know are very affluent and have the ability to make a big difference in this world, and they've done very well, and I don't resent them for how good they've done. I don't like how they don't take an active role in the world around them, which would be very easy for people that have a greater means than the average person. And I consider myself an average working person, and I'm happy to say that I live in a country that I have the ability to at least take care of myself, but I work hard to try to preserve our liberties and freedoms, and the average American is just too uninterested, disinterested, and this is the real fight. This is on the front lines. This is out on the field. This isn't sitting in the stands. This isn't sitting on the sofa. This is this is what I do, and I work at it every day. And I look for eager people that have open eyes, or at least question things. And it's sad to see how we've been every election we get the same thing. We elect a different party, and we get the same thing over and over again. It doesn't matter what the party is. They control the candidates on both sides. And even though there might be a little different flavor, they're basically the same souffle. And the souffle is globalism, it's one-worldism, and it's anti-Americanism. We don't recognize that. We don't understand that. And it's a shame. But we do all know the statistics of our favorite football player, or we know who won last Sunday's race and whatnot. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're living in a world that's on the brink of abrupt change for the worse, and government to be taking powers that don't do anything except for destroy. Because governments very rarely have ever arose in this world that, like the one we live in America, where it's there to preserve our freedoms, and the only thing that it's there for is to protect our freedoms. That's all our government was supposed to do. And we've given it way more power than we have. A government isn't supposed to have any more power than we have ourselves. That's why we can't go to our neighbor's house and do what we want to his house, because we don't have that power, and neither can government go there and do what they want, because we didn't give them that power. So this is a basic thing that if people understood this, they would understand why we've gone so wrong, and to start paying attention to things that matter, that really matter. And it would, instead of being afraid of it, people are afraid of the truth. I see people all the time. I see people that accept things and read it and watch it, and they believe it, but then they just turn away from it and they ignore it, and it's really sad, because we continue to live in this dream world. Someday it's not going to be a dream world, it's going to be a nightmare world. And so if you have ever seen the movie Matrix, it's so true. The red pill or the blue pill. I mean, that's the choice you have. You can ignore it, but eventually it will be here, and if it doesn't happen to you, it'll happen to your siblings or to someone else that you love, that you'll leave this world in a worse off way than it could have been left. So I compel you to do what you can, and I don't like to make people feel bad, but you know what? Sometimes we need to feel bad before we can feel better. So hopefully I haven't offended you. I don't mean to offend. I mean to make you want to get up off your sofa and get your head out of the newspaper and where you're being controlled, and to open your eyes and look around the world and make a difference, and do what you can to make a difference. That's all for now from wesoped.